Bowblax kind of fell out with like the whole commentary community, and like, God, dude, I don't even know where to start with it. I just know he was like, there was a lot of drama happening behind the scenes for the past like couple of months. And honestly, it's so hard for me to keep up with the drama, but maybe we should just watch the Nicholas Deorio video on it, honestly.
I'm going to take you through it, and I'll tell you, I guess, my side of the story, coupled with factual events that have occurred, and things new information that I could tell you based on things that, if I get pressed on, can be pulled up, and we can talk about it from there if he feels like he wants to try to, I guess, deny certain aspects to this. I have to be fairly careful because in the process of all these interactions I've had with Josh, he's trauma dumped tons of stuff on me, super intricate personal details that I become the bad guy if I discuss in the last couple of months.
Is this really lolly?
So I need to have some boundaries here with this discussion, though I will let you know that if this gets uglier and he tries to deny certain things, then we will just read from the DMs. A lot of people think that the situation has something to do with King of Nothing. It does. It absolutely does, but it's much smaller than I guess that. It seems as if Bowblax is trying to cling to that. If you go to his Mayo Monkey channel, you'll see that he's changed the most recent stream he's done that I'll explain in chronological order to don't tweet about King of Nothing, with the insinuation that the only reason that my friends who do not care about my personal crusades have dropped him is because of King of Nothing. That is obviously not the case. The reason I personally dropped Josh is because Josh has completely lost his mind. He assured me he was getting help for this, help that I'll detail again as it comes up. And I recently realized that that was not the case, that I was misled, and he's become an unreliable narrator privately. That is the main reason, coupled with a lot of the stuff we'll talk about today. That's why I'm personally dropping him. And there's no way for, I guess, you guys to know that unless I just explain it to you. So that's what we'll be doing today.
Dude, so much was happening behind the scenes. Like, I just don't have a brain for this, you know? For this drama.
Anywho, this situation starts around July, not this week at all. And I think that the real beginning point is this thread right here. It's about 2 months ago. This is around the July 15th. I don't have an exact date on it, but this was where me and Josh, our argument came from. I was unaware he was as mad as he was. So this is where Josh got mad at me and then would ultimately go on to explode at me later. Josh insinuated that Destiny was a... Now, the Destiny debate that happened with Josh years ago, 2019, okay? 5 years ago, the debate that Destiny had with Bowblax, still to this day, ripples through this community. Okay, I am still feeling the aftershocks to the earthquake that was that debate. Okay, because it broke Josh's brain. All right, don't ever tell Josh that you think that debate didn't age as well as anybody else did at the time, because that is a major point of contention. So the reason that we had an issue with this, and I'll tell you what I told him, but there was a tweet that went out. Destiny outed as a literal... If you could see here, this is Courtney. Courtney is someone we know. I will get to that in a second. And it's Destiny talking about bending Courtney over.
So this is basically where this all originated, right? All of this drama originated from this tweet about Destiny because Josh hated Destiny, and I didn't even know he hated him like that. I had no idea. Like, I thought they interacted one time, and that was it. But yeah, all of this happened, and I was just like I had no idea.
Or little tykes, okay? A random person, I don't know who the Ray is, accuses Destiny of being of out of context joke messages. And then Josh pushes that tweet as, is this why he defended Mr. Girl, despite the fact that he openly and proudly proclaimed his attraction to minors? This is okay, I guess, for idiots, like people who don't know Destiny, to take this screenshot out of context and use it. But it's not okay for Josh, because Josh knows Courtney. We know Courtney. She's like around the community, okay? We defended her against Alberto like 8 months ago. You know Courtney. You can't do that. So that's what I was saying to him. Like, listen, I understand if a total random reads this DM, it looks horrible. Okay, but you have to know the context. It's Courtney. What do you think he's gonna... Destiny's gonna rape Courtney? You think this is a real tweet? So Josh has an autistic fixation with Mr. Girl, and partly justifiably, because Mr. Girl said horrible shit about his sister to him after he... I don't know why I know so much about Josh's sister, man, but he just said it. I don't know. You have to go back and watch the old VODs. Josh would just like, just start talking about his sister back there. I think we were on one after hour stream before all that, and he just dropped it mid-conversation, all right? Josh has absolutely no filter, and he just told us about some sort of abuse stuff that happened there. But obviously, he has an issue with Mr. Girl. Obviously, he has an issue with Destiny. He's really upset that Destiny said he's too to function 5 years ago, and that has never gotten away from him. When Josh hates you, and this is a pattern of behavior we noticed for a long while, he will intentionally take things out of context to maliciously fuck with you. He will run you off the road. Dude, you'll see stuff where he was covering regular drama, and then he would do a Twitter versus on Tommy C because they had a fight 2 years ago. All right, ask Tommy, go on his show, ask him. All right, Bowblax would constantly do stuff completely out of the blue to go after. And listen, I'm a petty man. All right, I'm a petty man. Josh probably has me beat. If you slight Josh, I'm slighting Josh right now. This guy is, I'm never going to hear the end of it. I don't care. I'm never going to hear the end of it. All right. Josh is holding grudges more than I am. So he had a problem with Destiny 5 years ago. Thing comes up, accuses him of being a obviously walks it back.
That's a pretty long grudge. 5 years. That's a pretty long. That is a long grudge.
After he gets tard wrangled, Josh comes to his senses and apologizes about the tweet. Now, again, in my interactions with Bowblax after this, it didn't seem like he impulsively tweeted it at all. It seemed like Josh was more mad that I corrected him than he was mad that he pushed allegations against Destiny. Let's be honest here. Let's call a spade a spade. Josh was mad that I corrected him and he was getting hate for it and it went on Reddit. He was more mad about that than he was mad about the fact that oopsie daisy, I called him a okay? So this is the start of this conflict. This is how it started. And this was one of the things that I wrote off because he told me some other shit as well. There was a second one. These tweets have been deleted, but I retweeted one of them today. I'll explain what it was. This interaction was the second one. This occurred roughly around the same time as this. It occurred like days later. This is July 21st now. And this is around the time of the actual fight. Around July 15th was around the start of the interactions. Around in the mid-20s was when we found out about a few more intricate details as it went. So this one was Bowblax tweeting non-binary people are valid. You know, like when Xander Hall goes, hey guys, can we get a trans rights? Can we get a trans rights in the chat? And then Tom said, thank God you chimed in because, I mean, yeah, dude.
And this is where I guess this is where like Bowblax kind of like loses mind, I guess.
This is a cringe tweet. I think we would make fun of it. I don't see why you would tweet something like that, but whatever. And then he's like, dude, you ruined my thread or something like that. And then then Tom says, praise Skibbity or perish. So when people ask what was the two factors that led to this, it was Bowblax calling Destiny a and it was Tom bullying Bowblax into deleting a non-binary tweet. Those are the two events that led to this meltdown, I guess, that happened. And the meltdown that we're hearing here is obviously the one from the Alex Gekmo DMs. I could pull those up too. I didn't even queue them up. But that's directly related to this thing. So I could show you some of those messages because they're already public. So these DMs you're seeing right here, this interaction, during this time frame, Josh had like a friendship ending argument with me. And it looked a lot like this, but this is not as bad as the one I had. Josh had a friendship altering, cannot move forward argument with me that was only like, okay, because he was telling me a bunch of stuff that I'll get to. Normally, if this was Augie, if this was Tom, it would be over, okay?
Okay, so let's skip ahead. Okay, because there's a lot of stuff that he can't say in this specific video that gets revealed in this one.
Dropped the DMs in that Twitterverses video, and I like dropped 3 pages of like 37 in that initial Twitterverses meme. It was like literally like, hey dude, why are you calling Destiny a pedophile? And he's like, can I just tell you what's happening in my life right now?
So, okay, so all of the messages between them are leaked now, okay, in this one. Chat, are you following me? Are you following me?
This video is sponsored by Rocket Money. Hi, I know you're probably confused about why there's another video about Bowblax on your feed, but for all intents and purposes, this should be the last video about Bowblax. Like you, I thought this drama was over. Bowblax seemed to indicate as much on his feed just a few hours prior to his most recent meltdown. Realistically, this was over. All Josh needed to do was shut up and make Twitter verses, but instead, the lolcow gene was activated, and he was simply unable.
So basically what happened is 2 things were the catalyst for Bowblax melting down in Nicholas Deorio's DMs, okay? One was Bowblax tweeting out saying that he thought or accusing Destiny of being a PDF file. And the second one was Bowblax going out and saying, like, non-binary people are valid, tweeting that out. And Turkey Tom responding and saying, oh, thank God you weighed in on this, or something like that, right? Those are two things that Bowblax did. And then people responded to him, and then he freaked the out, okay? He could have just ignored Turkey Tom's tweet underneath the whole, like, non-binary people are valid, and it would have, you know, nothing would have happened. Instead, he freaked the out over it. He could have just, you know, said, sorry, I shouldn't have done that about the Destiny thing, and just left it at that, you know? But he freaked the out in DMs to people, and it's kind of wild.
To contain himself. The first tweet isn't anything special. Bowblax just posted a bunch of people crushing him and then tried to rip off the Ethan Ralph Daddy Jim meme. It's pathetic, don't get me wrong, but let's be real. This tweet alone would not warrant a response from me. No, Josh chose to follow his tweet up with an absurd lie, and that's why we're here. Josh claims I optics checked him about gender and took the advice I gave him out of context. He also used this tweet to announce his non-binary gender, and the implication is I've essentially forced him to do this. This tweet from Bowblax is out of context. He is lying, and he's doing this to blame me for a gender reveal he willingly chose to put out there. In fact, with a few more screenshots taken from the same night, you can see
why are we not expecting an autistic person to act like an autistic person? The grudges thing and having meltdowns still doesn't excuse him faking a diagnosis or the medicated stuff, though. Well, okay, so it's not that he's acting autistic, right? Because when Nick was talking to him, he was like, saying, like, I have never seen Bowblax act this way before. This is, like, not the same Bowblax that I've known, you know? Yeah.
Josh not only came around to my good advice, but he literally agreed with me. At this point, I see no reason to conceal the full context of the night, and in the rest of this video, you'll see Bowblax having the biggest meltdown of his career, lie about being diagnosed with BPD that he used as a crutch to explain said meltdown, come out as non-binary during a heated argument, make bizarre comments about gender euphoria, and ask me for 2,000 Canadian dollars to pay his mortgage for the BPD mania outbreak. Maybe if Bowblax had our channel sponsor, this could have all been avoided. Whether you're buying something big like a new pinball machine or a brand new car, or, you know, you're just trying to make those monthly mortgage payments, it's really important to be on top of your finances. I recently found out that I had a subscription for Netflix that I didn't even realize I was paying for. Now, whenever something like this happens, I end up spending most of my day trying to find out what I'm even subscribed to, what's charging me every single month. And, you know, it's just annoying because then when you find out about it, you have to go and now cancel each and every individual subscription. That's annoying. I don't like it. But today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. For all the mortgage Andes out there, Rocket Money is what you need to save and manage your money better. This personal finance app allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, build a custom budget, and grow your savings all in one place.
M60.
I personally
you
love
can't
using
say
Rocket
that. What the
Money
fuck?
to cancel unwanted subscriptions. I can safely and securely identify reoccurring charges, and it'll cancel unwanted subscriptions for me. You can even cancel from within the app from just a couple of taps. No need to worry about customer service calls. Rocket Money has helped save customers up to $740 a year when you use all of the
Deorio looks
app's
like he's losing weight. Unironically, yeah, he does.
Features. In total, Rocket Money has helped customers save over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. Take control of your finances today with rocketmoney.com/Nicholas Deorio to get started for free. Thank you very much to Rocket Money for sponsoring the channel. Now, let's talk about Bowblax. Not going to be a long one tonight. I mean, it's going to be a long segment, but it's not going to be a long stream. Ladies and gentlemen, Bowblax just made the biggest mistake of his entire life. I don't... We're doing this right now. This is happening right now. Chat, what the is this? What the is this, dude? Jesus Christ.
Some non-binary people this year.
Okay, you did Aiden just go to like Con or something?
No. Alright. So earlier I gave you an example. I called it an iceberg. I said there's an iceberg. It's unexpected how large these things truly can be, how far into the abyss they truly dwell. And people were asking where were we at the end of the last stream. We were about half. about halfway down. Josh has removed my strings. I have nothing restraining me. I can just tell you what happened now. There's no reason to sit here and do 15 more streams, leaking another little bit or dits and doodads. I could just show you what the happened. And that's it. I don't know why he did this today. This was an insane move. This is absolutely absurd. He leaked his first DMs from our conversation.
Does this make Bowblax dangerous or something? Fake? No, it's not about Bowblax being dangerous or whatever. It's just that he lied to his friends and tried to use like a fake diagnosis or like a non-existent diagnosis to excuse him, like weird behavior from him. And it was just a lot, you know? Like, you'll see the messages are kind of crazy, you know? So
and they make me look good. And we're gonna look at all the context here, but to be honest, I don't think it's necessary. By the way, guys, this is the optics check I was screaming at Nick about. It wasn't. It was absolutely not. I didn't want to come out as I didn't optics check Bowblax about the non-binary stuff. At least I don't remember doing that. It was very obviously about the Destiny stuff. That's why it was said during the Destiny part, but cool. I didn't want to come out as non-binary yet, but I feel like I have to now because screaming at Nick about optics checks looks unhinged without the context. What is happening? What the is going on? What is you have so many questions right now. I imagine you have a lot of questions. They were saying, Nick, how did you fall for this BPD thing? How could you have fallen for such an easy thing? Bro, I was learning about, what did he call it? Gender euphoria, okay? I was learning about gender euphoria. There was quite a few things going on in this conversation, all right? There's still one section I blacked out, but you know what it is. I just don't want to tell you what descriptively happened in it. It's okay. You're getting 39 screenshots. I think you'll survive. Yeah, so while this whole BPD thing was going on, I'm learning about gender dysphoria. I'm learning about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff has happened. This is the full context. There's absolutely no reason not to just rapid fire through this if he's gonna start checking me like this on Twitter. I said, I don't know, bro. I'd probably stop tweeting stuff like that. You randomly tweeting about non-binary people being valid doesn't make people be valid. Using the correct pronouns in a video while others are misgendering people will make them feel valid. Tweeting trans rights is infinitely less valuable than just treating trans people like normal human beings in your actual content. That's why people are saying you're virtue signaling. Based, good take. I think when Xander Hall says, can we get a trans rights in chat at the end of his stream? It's really cringe. If you want people to think that you're an ally, call trans people by the correct pronouns when you read their tweets. That's all you gotta do, okay? Bowblax tweeted out, non-binary people are valid, guys, and he got into a fight with Tom about it. And I said, I kind of understand why Tom wrote that, all right? I get where it came from. And he goes, I'm non-binary. That's
okay, so here's the thing, like, he didn't even have to, like, delete the tweet. If he disagreed with Nick, he could have just been like, look, I disagree. And then he could have just ignored what Tom replied under the tweet, you know?
the way I tweeted it. I told Slacker 3 years ago, Ryan Beard knew. And it's like, whoa, Jesus Christ. What am I getting into right now? And you're going to see this is the whole conversation. You just talk to the guy for 5 seconds and then you just learn another, like, this is just, yeah, so this is what he thought looked good. I added context, but there's no use going through this thread. It's a waste of your time. We're going to go through the real thread, chat. We're going to just run through it. By the way, Tipster is pansexual because he's become so pathetic that he's no longer considered a man. He tweeted that 1 month ago.
It is hypocritical for him to tweet this, to tweet this out, and then yeah. Well, by the way, apparently he had already come out like a month prior to Nick as non-binary, and he tweeted this out like a month later.
This was after he told everybody he was non-binary. He told, dude, there are people in chat who knew about this, and I did my best to make it quiet and not leak this on him because I was trying to do this guy a favor. I don't even like this guy. I'm doing this guy a favor. I don't want to leak his gender. Okay, this guy, I hear that random chatters knew this guy was non-binary, and even those guys had the restraint to not reveal this information to Bowblax. And then Bowblax tried to use it as a weapon. Bowblax tried to invoke the non-binary clause, okay, and come after me. And for what? Are you serious? The gender leak? Here, let's see what the actual discussion is about. This is where Bowblax started going off the rails. I have the thread right here. we've already started reading it. He sends me this thread by Sensory Stories. This reminds me of when we had our first major fights. Like the Boo Boss stream. Why I think autistic people are often accused of being manipulative in 5 easy steps. 1. The autistic person and another person have a misunderstanding. Another person, the OP, accuses autistic person of something based on their perception of the situation. Step 3. The autistic person feels they need to defend themselves and explain themselves. So they do their best to get OP to see their side. But then part 4. OP slips into an so slight understanding of the autistic person's correct view on things, but he doesn't want to accept that retard's perspective, right, chat? We don't want to accept that! So they get themselves to snap out of it, and they double down on their accusations. Ooh, malicious. Part 5. OP decides that it must be the autistic person making up a story to manipulate them, because it almost worked. But they were smart enough to figure it out before being manipulated. Not saying you've accused me of being manipulative, though. Just saw a tweet, and it reminded me of that. I'm actually in a really good, happy mood right now. And I'm glad we're still friends and got past those beefs. You're awesome, man. LMAO! I get what you mean. I get it, dude. I understand. I get the lore. Base, dude. I totally get it. Jesus Christ. And then he posts the tweet. The tweet on screen right here, if I remember correctly, this is going to be this is the Destiny tweet that we reviewed on every stream and in the video. This is the Destiny pedophile boosting tweet. I pulled a king of nothing because something else in my life recently happened, and it got me f***ed up. I shouldn't have been on Twitter or tweeting. Don't worry about it, dude. That's not the worst thing ever. It was just a tweet, but like, don't do stuff like that. Apologizing 100% makes it not pulling a king of nothing.
Dude. So, okay, this is where it gets unhinged, okay? I guess this is where it gets unhinged.
I won't. I just hope the optics aren't too bad. I'm just not going to tweet about Destiny or Mr. Girl because of how he dismissed my sister's grooming. By the way, he's talked about that publicly, just to be clear. Actually, you know what?
Pull it up, Jamie.
Just to know where this came from. It's because Bowblax is a chronic oversharer.
I had a friend who really liked Talkie. He turned out to be a pedo.
Oh, you know an IRL pedo, dude?
Yes! I've said this many times.
Dead ass?
Yes. Well, I didn't know he was a pedo until he groomed, but he was also a pedo with somebody else.
What did he do?
He groomed my sister.
Who the starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Okay, so I don't want to get into
Christ,
shit for that.
dude.
Sorry. He dismissed my sister's grooming. I just get too mad about that to accurately comment on him. I also don't think Destiny is a pedo. A couple hours later, I did f*** up, and I kept trying to roast Destiny after my bad tweet. I just want to let you know that I'm not trying to be unfair to him. I'm just going nutto a bit. I'm going to be taking a small step back from being super active online for a bit. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to let myself turn into a lol cow. I'm sorry, I have to pause for a second. That is the worst Freudian slip I've ever seen in my history of doing YouTube. Holy chat. Nobody pointed that out. I'm gonna let myself turn into a lol cow or become another casualty on the list of commentary friends lost. And feel free to DM me if you think I tweeted something bad. You know why he said that, chat? It's because the optics check was about the Destiny tweet. That's why he said that. Just to be clear that he's lying to you on Twitter about the non-binary stuff because he's using his gender to try to get one over on me. That's a good plan. Let it blow over a bit. Do you mind if I give you the quick context on what happened to me recently? Not as an excuse, but I want you to know as my friend. I won't trauma dump, I promise.
Okay, that was a lie. I won't trauma dump. Okay.
As a friend, I'll happily hear it, but keep it between... I'll happily hear it and keep it between us. But it'll have no bearing on how I judge this situation from a criticism perspective. But we discussed that part already, and I think you're going to be fine. This is what he's referencing when he's talking about childhood trauma on Chud Logic stream. That's the only thing that I'm not showing you because it's really not that interesting. It's just Josh talking about his personal. We're going to jump right back directly after he finishes talking about it. Sorry if that's a lot. So basically, he trauma dumped. Just if you're unaware, I'm sorry, I'm not going to trauma dump. Trauma dumped immediately. Nothing justifying the action.
Okay.
Literally just trauma dumping. So yeah, it was just a little bit of. Anywho, Jesus. So yeah. This goes behind YouTube and optics. Just let my emotions seep into my job. Nah, man, that's pretty rough. Mr. Girl stuff has been a trigger for you, but that is not something to be ashamed of. And he sent me like the f me face. It's like the f me face. Chat, is there a single person in the chat who sends that blushy smiley face to anyone unless they're trying to plow?
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's the fuck me face. I think Nick's wrong about that. I think that's just like the blushy smiley face. I think the fuck me face is like the... What's it? The one that looks kind of like the Ahego face, right? I don't think this is the fuck me face. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe generation to generation is different. You know, I am old. You know, so...
Never in my life sent that blush me smiley face unless I was trying to plow somebody, dude. There's no way.
The lip biting one? Yeah, the lip biting one too. Yeah, no, the lip biting one, or the one where it's like with its tongue out and it's sweating, or like the one that looks like the Ahego face where it's the weary face, I think is what it's called. Those are the fuck me faces, you know? This, to me, like the smiling blushing face is just like, oh, you said something really nice. That makes me feel good. You know?
Thank you for saying that. I really hate Destiny and Mr. Girl a lot. I
don't know what, maybe in his generation they're using that face. Okay. Yes, exactly. That's the one. That's the fuck me face. That's the actual fuck me face.
He isn't a bad person, but him defending him, plus calling me a and being ableist, plus his cruelty to the Trump supporter has me mad. But I respect your opinion on him, even if I think it's a bit simpy sometimes. And now, this is the day of the non-binary tweet. Non-binary people valid, and then the praise skibbity or die interaction. I want to vent and not do anything rash, but like, what the f? I'm just trying to be nice to my fans, and Tom ruins the vibe!
Okay, yeah, all you have to do is just ignore the Tom tweet. People are gonna tweet, and you can just, like, ignore it, you know? If you don't agree with it, you can just be like, respectfully, I disagree with you. Or just be like, I disagree with you. And, like, move on, you know? Like, if he doesn't agree, if he wants to keep the non-binary tweet up, like, he can do that. He can just be like, yo, Nick, I don't agree with that. Like, I'm keeping it up, you know? And just never talk about it again. Between Flam and Bowblax, which drama is the worst in your mind? Definitely Flamenco's drama was worse. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I'm probably being sensitive right now, but it's not nice, considering I was just making my fans feel validated, and I enjoyed seeing that. Now my thread is ruined! I don't know, bro. I would just probably stop tweeting stuff like that. You randomly tweeting about non-binary people being valid doesn't make them valid. You using the correct pronouns in a video, while others are misgendering people, that'll make them feel valid. Tweeting trans rights is infinitely less valuable than just treating a trans person like a normal human being.
Also, again, I apologize for my hair being super frizzy and messy, okay? I was in DC all day. There was a little bit of precipitation, okay? My hair, which is usually frizzy, but not this frizzy, would not normally be this frizzy, okay? It would be a little bit less frizzy, so, you know, I'm just saying. Don't hate on me too hard.
In your actual content. That's why people are saying you're virtue signaling. I'm non-binary. Whoa, big reveal. Oh, I'm non-binary. That's why I tweeted it. I told Slacker 3 years ago, and you can confirm it with him. Ryan Beard knows too. It's why I have long hair.
So apparently somebody reached out to Nick, okay? One of these people reached out to Nick and said, yo, I don't remember him telling me this ever. Okay.
And tweets like that and the response to it is why I will never be public about it. Ever. And if you tell someone about this, we can't be friends about it. Sorry, I'm not a super forgiving person. I'm normally a super forgiving person, but I need to set a line right here. Firmly, do not ever tell anyone about it. And that's why I like trans women. What the?
Which is like, bro, wait, what? You like trans women because you're non-binary? Could it just be like you like trans women? Like, does it have to be about you being non-binary? Like, okay.
Does that mean? Just to be clear,
when I saw that the first time, and that's why I like trans women. I was like, yo, whoa, like, whoa, dude. Oh man,
it's not me.
Can we not just like trans women? Like, okay.
Chud Logic has some company. Okay, what? Bro, I knew this guy was non-binary for 5 seconds and he started chasing. Immediately starts chasing. What the f? What a horrible way to start this conversation. Who the f starts a conversation like that? It's why I like trans women. The pieces were there, bro. I don't know. Maybe I didn't think people would assume I'm trying to have virtue.
Also the whole, like, it's why I had long hair. I'm non-binary. It's why I had long hair. It couldn't have been like, you're just a dude with long hair, right? Like, nobody's gonna put the pieces together like that. Like, oh, dude with long hair, guess he's non-binary, you know? No, nobody's gonna think that, you know? What the like, bruh. Oh my god, bro. You didn't need to freak out this much, okay? Just chill, okay? So here's the thing. I don't blame... Okay, look, Bowblax is very passionate about certain things, but I think he could have just been like, Nick, you know what? Let's agree to disagree, and then just move past it. He didn't even have to DM Nick about, like, the Tom tweet. He could have just ignored the Tom tweet and just, like, gone on with his life, you know? Star, would you go to TwitchCon next year with frizzy hair to see if someone will be normal around you? I mean, my hair is always frizzy, but, like, it's usually not this frizzy. Also, I'm not going to TwitchCon. I don't think anybody there would be nice to me, to be honest. I'm non-binary and I have short hair. Hair has nothing to do with being non-binary.
Start this conversation. Who the starts a conversation like that? It's why I like trans women. The pieces were there, bro. I don't know. Maybe I didn't think people would assume I'm trying to virtue signal with one simple supportive tweet to non-binary people, especially my friends Tom and Nick. I know I didn't.
Bruh, I feel so bad for Bobby. LOL, I'll debate for him if he needs me. LOL. Majin, I think a lot of people feel bad for Bobby, okay? But at the same time, you have no idea. Behind the scenes, so many people were telling Bowblax, stop responding to this drama. Stop mentioning this drama in public, okay? Just keep doing your content. Don't even respond to this. The more you respond to it, the more you start up the drama cycle again and again and again, you know? That's the number one rule. If you start, like, when you become a content creator, if there's drama surrounding you, don't address the drama. You start the news cycle up every single time, bro. And so there are tons of people telling you, like, bro, please, just make your Twitter verses, just make your content, grind away. Do not respond to this drama because you're just starting it up, you know? So, anyways.
Tell you, but at least trust me that I'm not a virtue signaling. I'm not retarded.
There is so much happening behind the scenes. You guys have no idea.
I know psychologic. I studied it. I know.
Wait. I'm sorry. We need to. This part is so good.
Started chasing. Immediately starts chasing. What a horrible way to start this conversation. Who the starts a conversation like that? It's why I like trans women. The pieces.
Okay, guys, pay attention here. This part is like super funny to me.
We're there, bro. I don't know. Maybe I didn't think people would assume I'm trying to virtue signal with one simple supportive tweet to non-binary people, especially my friends Tom and Nick. I know I didn't tell you, but at least trust me that I'm not a virtue signaling. I'm not retarded. I know psychologic. I studied it. I know trans people are mentally ill with gender dysphoria. I know I'm mentally ill, and I have gender dysphoria. It's not a fun condition to have. I don't want to be non-binary.
I know psychologic. I studied it. Oh man, dude. Oh no, dude. I know psychologic. I know psychologic. I studied it. God, dude.
Oh my god, what is this, dude? What the bro?
So keep in mind. Remember, guys, as we're going through this, keep track. Okay, this is message after message after message after message after message. Like, yes, you expect your friends to, like, spurg out a little bit DMs, right? This is, like, next level. He's sending, like, paragraphs and paragraphs now, right? So.
How would you respond to this? This is Chuck McGill. Tom, he orchestrated it. I'm not retarded. I know psychologic. I studied it. He defecated through a sunroof. This chicanery. Oh my god. I'm not retarded. I know psychologic. I studied it. I know trans people are mentally ill. Holy dude. I'm a person, bro, not an optics machine pumping out a perfectly optical, politically neutral take every day. I'm not a fake like Teffels or any of these woke bitches. I'm strong in my beliefs and principles. I don't believe in fairy tale Z/Zer. So don't even try pulling that on me. Keep quiet and let me be on my LGBTQ stuff. Anything else is fair game. Respect this new boundary I'm placing here. Oh my god. What? I'm sorry, chat. How did Nick fall for the non-binary and I'm the BPD thing? Bro, I got hit with a lot of stuff all at once.
It is a lot. Okay, childhood trauma. I'm non-binary. I like trans women. I want to support my LGBTQ fans. I studied psychologic. I know that I'm mentally ill. Like, yeah, it is a lot. Like, if we're being real.
Telling me I can't talk about this shit? Keep quiet. Let me be on my LGBTQ shit.
Dude.
Bro, how are you gonna go on after hours? You think the chat's not gonna make a joke? I'm not even talking in these DMs.
He hasn't said anything. He hasn't said anything yet. keep quiet and let me be on the LGBTQ. Like, bro, he told Nick, keep quiet. Keep quiet. Like, bro, whoa. Dude, bro.
How the f is that gonna work? Keep quiet, let me be on my Anything else is fair game. Respect this new boundary that I'm placing here. I love you, man. You're smart, funny, witty, awesome. I'm your friend until death if you want. I seriously love you so much as a friend. But please let me do this for me. My bad if it looks kind of sus that I didn't respond, but I've been working on my office all afternoon. And try to respect me a little more. I've always
He says one thing. He says one thing. And Bowblax comes back with the full paragraph, bro.
known your respect for me, but it might be a tad low. You might roll your eyes and treat me like an intellectual inferior, but this lack of trust of me simply saying non-binary is cool is absolutely absurd, and I need a genuine apology from you.
Like, whoa, what the are you serious? Give me the $2 super chat, outsanity. Okay, he said one thing. Another paragraph. I need a genuine apology from you. And again, Nick was not the one who replied to the tweet about the non-binary stuff, right? Bowblax came to Nick and said, I can't believe Tom said this. I don't know why Tom has to reply to my tweet about non-binary. Blah, 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 blah. Right? And Nick says, well, I guess I wouldn't tweet it if I were you. You know, if you want to show support to trans people, just call them by the right names and show them support, right? And he just gave his take, right? He wasn't even volunteering his take. He wasn't volunteering his take until Bowblax came to him about it, you know? And it's like, bro, you could have just been like, you know what, Nick, I disagree with you. I'm going to keep my tweet up, you know? And then not even talk about it. Would have been fine, you know? Dude.
Yeah, I'm just seeing this now.
The second one. I'm just seeing this now. Oh, no, watch.
Thank you, dude. I'm so tired of being treated like a retard, like the dumbass of the group, because I suffer from mental illness. It's not nice. Hey, dude, I get what you mean. I like teasing and but it goes too far. Like, I'm sorry if you've been made to feel that way by me and the guys. You have at times, and I don't like getting calls. You ramble about like pinball and start talking about something different and you ignore it and shut it down in favor of your hobby every time. I never get to express myself around you, and it hurts. And I tried being your friend because despite that, I think you're awesome, but I'm closer with Xylee than you. Like, what the We never do co-op streams anymore, which were super fun. Ever since Augie left and stopped talking with me for 6 months, I've had to grind away at solo streaming. I like co-op streams. That's why I loved being a co-host, and I lost that. And Dead on Dave sucks and he's not a good replacement. I feel like part of our friendship died when we stopped making content together, thriving off of our creative energy. I know we're coworkers and not IRL friends, but there's a basic level of respect that's not being met for how long we've known each other. And even when I want to do one fun thing, like play Among Us, you shut it down.
Like, bro.
Among Us. Not even one game! I'm closer with Stardust and Xylee and these random fucks. It's so sad. I hate it.
I was like, I saw this and I was like, bro, what? What the I thought from Bowblax and I are like buddies, you know? Like, I played like The Forest with him. We had so many good streams where we were playing like games together and stuff. And I saw this and I'm like, bro, what the? I'm a random now? Bro. And, dude, again, remember, okay? How like, Nick has sent maybe like 4 messages, right? And they're pretty short messages. And now Josh has gone full. He is still rambling. He is going, dude. He is going, dude. He wants an apology. Like, what? Like, whoa, dude. What is going on? What's going on, bro? Jesus.
Confided. King of nothing! King of nothing, listen to me! And you didn't! That's retarded and insane! I've known you for so long! What the I need you to listen and think about what I said and make a real apology. Not public, no optics, just you talking to me. I think you owe me that if you even respect me just a little bit. A video form, written form, what?
Whoa, dude, and look at all the paragraphs, dude. Oh my god, dude. There's so many. There's so many messages. Do you understand now, guys? Do you understand? Chat, do you understand? This is like the freak out that happened behind the scenes. And he was just sending paragraph and paragraph and paragraph and paragraph. Nick finally responds because he's been working out on his office or whatever, right? Sorry, dude. I just saw this, you know, Sorry if me and the guys made you feel that way. And then he said some other things. And then now more and more and more, bro. It's so much. Oh my goodness.
Whatever. I understand this was a mistake on your part, but you had no malicious intent. But I think it's a big up. And I don't know if I'm being sensitive, but yeah, I'm always worried about being too whiny or bitchy, which is why I let retards like Keem step on me for so many years with no respect. And now I see you doing the same with Destiny, letting him step all over you, trying to correct the record of when he called you a big fat retard on his stream over Boogie 2988 DMs. Pathetic is what I think it is. I don't know, man. Maybe it's harsh. I think I ran out of music. Sorry. Maybe it's harsh, but it's what I think. You're a talented, smart, loving dude, but sometimes your dent as
it's still going. Stardust, that girl I was talking about last week does this on a bi-monthly basis. Could write literal novels on her community tab. I'm trying to remember, like, who are you talking about? Are you talking about, like, oh, you're talking about the crazy lady.
Why do you think my debate with Destiny stood the test of time, but yours didn't, despite it being on the same topic? You're not smarter than me, Nick. We're just smart in different ways. You need to hold me to the same respect level you have for yourself, or I don't want to be your close online friend / co-worker anymore. Sorry, I love you, bro. I really
do. Okay, chat, are we understanding now that this was like a massive freak out? DMs, are we understanding?
do, but this is how I felt about you for a year now. Sorry, I didn't tell you sooner. I just assumed maybe one day you'd just respect me and not act like I'm dumb and Destiny's so smart in comparison to me. I don't know politics, but I know how to be a smart lafooving about dead innocent corpses outside of a public protest and make a big tee-hee joke about it like someone's dad did just die. I don't give a about optics at that point. Destiny's a freak and I never want to be as intellectual as him. He's a sex pest freak that needs to shut the up and stick in his lane of debating Boogie 2988 fat on his cancer.
Bowblax is a crazy cat lady with no cats. I think it was $2. Okay. You are talking to a lady, okay? Don't call this lady behavior, okay? This is not lady behavior. This is not man behavior. This is just, bro. He went full. I know he was trying to demonstrate his intelligence here, but he went full R-word here, dude. He went full R-word.
Destiny is too retarded for civil political discourse. He's too content-brained. Make a good, funny political stream does not equal smart, Nick. A hole exists outside the screen. There's a theocracy process, and it's not decided by Twitter likes. You have zero respect for my opinion or intelligence. Half the community knows this is what I think of this entity, but you don't. You have zero respect for my opinion or intelligence. Half the community knows this is what I think of this entity, but you don't. Then, you get surprised when I take a little jab at him on Twitter. This entity openly calls me retarded on streams. We've been online enemies for years, and you're too self-absorbed to see that. He memeing on Destiny is like me memeing on Anissa Jomha. My audience has been aware of this for years. I have a 600,000 view video owning Destiny on his channel. My Twitter versus audience is not the dumb little commentary RFC community that, by the way, I built with Augie over 3 years. I helped build the community that you're setting my standards to.
Wait. It's gone from all, like, paragraphs now, right? It's gone from paragraphs. Now watch. It went from, like, spam messages, right? Then it went to paragraphs. Now it's gone to full caps paragraphs, okay? Next level, okay?
He is not cool. He is not my friend. I hate him. Tipster, I hate is a meme.
So, I don't disagree Bowblax is acting unhinged, but I also don't trust anyone who releases DMs the second you aren't friends anymore at all. The reason why Nick released these is because Bowblax released a very selective snippet of the DMs where he was, like, saying, like, he was trying to imply that Nick was trying to, like, say that his non-binary tweet was, like, bad optically, and that, you know, he was completely insensitive about his gender identity or whatever. And I think that's what he was trying to imply with the selection that he released, right? And so the reason why Nick released all of this is because one, it's not true. One, you know, again, Bowblax came to him about the non-binary tweet, right? He freaked out about Tom replying to it. Then 2, Nick didn't even say anything about him being non-binary. He didn't insult him or anything, you know? So yeah. Bowblax trying to make Nick look bad, so Nick defended himself, yeah. Yeah.
Destiny, I hate him. He's evil. He's not my friend. Everyone but you knows this. Literally, like 20 YouTubers know my behind-the-scenes opinion of him. I don't need your snarky optics check next time. DM me. Zero respect. I'm asking for the bare minimum, dude. Bare minimum. Share this DM convo anywhere. I don't care. It's juicy content. You asshole. Apologize for real. We're not friends. Bye.
Are you good? I was putting RGB on my refrigerator.
Wait, why do you put RGB on a refrigerator? Like, what's the point of that? Like, what's going on, bro? He also recorded a call with Lyrics and I think made a premiere of it. That was another thing. So, behind the scenes, some drama happened with Lyrics and Bowblax, and then they had a private call, which Bowblax recorded, and Bowblax thought he looked really good in it, but really, actually, Lyrics was, like, really nice to him in that call. And so he shared this with a whole bunch of us, and we were like, Bowblax, do not release this. Do not leak this. It doesn't make you look good. Lyrics looks like he's actually being nice to you here. Like, Lyrics, of all the calls, like, I remember, like, Lyrics is not, he's not a hard guy to find him being an asshole to somebody, right? Like, I'm sure there's plenty of footage on his channel of him being assholes to people. That call was not him being an asshole, okay? We told him, like, please do not do this, you know? Dude. And so, yeah, he did release that Lyrics call as well, and that did not go well either. It ended up making him look bad. It's like every time, like, his friends were, like, genuinely like, yo, dude, just chill. Like, pump the brakes, just make your content, okay? Stop engaging with this, you know, baloney, you know? Every time that happened, he did the opposite. So, God, dude. I was not expecting Lyrics to be super nice, honestly.
I'm sorry. You're sending, like, a lot of messages.
But why?
I'm not...
Why the RGB on the refrigerator? I don't understand this. What is the point of this? I don't have RGB on my own computer. What is the RGB on the refrigerator for?
Are you good? I was putting RGB on my refrigerator.
You are sending a lot of DMs.
You're sending, like, a lot of messages. I'm not going to leak your DMs. I just understand what you want me to... I don't understand what you want me to apologize for, unless it's not responding. Because that's fair. I just got a lot of shit going on right now.
Did you read all my DMs?
To make it faster? To make the refrigerator faster? I mean, he did just say he could release it, so... Yeah, he did. He's trying to support LGBT, maybe. God, dude. 15 plus FPS with RGB. What do you need FPS on a refrigerator for? What, frames per second? Like, what, is your food gonna glitch out or something? Like...
I want you to read them, internalize them for a day or a couple of hours, and respond with a well-written private or video apology. Then, we move on like nothing ever happened. You're still my friend, bro. Homies for life if you want. And respect me, but please... just listen. Respond like a person, not a YouTuber. I won't talk about this ever publicly. Zero public pressure. I'll probably forgive you if you make any type of apology. To be honest, I need your honest thoughts and responses. As thoughtful. As a human person. Zero optics or business involved. Public business as usual, 100%. I want to hang out and play games with you soon if you're down. And take your time, no rush. Just don't take more than 2 days, please. Now we're entering my responses. These are my responses to all of what you just saw. It was quite a lot to consume. A lot of stuff was happening. I was reading about childhood abuse. I was reading about gender. Okay, no BPD quite yet, but I'm reading about quite a lot. And I give him what I think is a totally reasonable response and a totally measured response based off of what we had seen. Hey, dude. Okay, so anyways, I'm just going to be honest. I think you're acting pretty unhinged right now. And I don't think you're in any position to order me around like this. Before I address anything you've written, I want to say I understand what you've been going through a lot recently, and you haven't been acting like yourself. Yesterday, you told me the stuff about your family, and I know this stuff with Destiny is personal for you, and I think you should disconnect and take a week off. We can forget this convo happened and move on. With that being said, I will be addressing your arguments. Firstly, my advice about your non-binary tweet is actually good. Firstly, My advice about your non-binary tweet is actually good, and I would send it to you again without a second thought. Even knowing you yourself are non-binary. If you were gay and you tweeted, "Gay people are valid, guys," it would be just as cringe as your most recent tweet. I believe the way you engage with LGBTQ creators speaks for itself, and you're clearly an ally more so than I. I'm honestly inclined to agree with Tom in that interaction, so that's my response to that one. Next up, secondly, I'd like to thank you for feeling comfortable to share your gender with me. It doesn't change how I view you, and I won't be sharing that with anyone else. Third, I don't plan to engage with you about this weird angle of who's more intelligent. This is the part that I specifically find the most unhinged. I'm not sure if this is some insecurity or you're not thinking straight, but I'm not debating you on the perception I have of you that you've entirely created in your head. I know it was dumb and aggressive. I'm sorry about that. The only way I felt like I could get this info out, I'm sorry, I was pressured. I found out that was a lie. So apparently he wanted to fight more, and he was tard wrangled in VC by Aiden Projects, who begged him to stop writing. I was shocked as much as you are. I found out that this was not even sincere. Aiden begged him to stop. And by the way, he was pressured. The voices in his head told him, "You have to blow up your career." What does that even mean? I was pressured. What the f does that mean? Oh,
Nick's response is actually pretty good and measured here. Yeah, it's a little bit more than I would, but also, you know, I'm me, you know, so. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problems with the response, you know? I'm also like, I'm too nice to people. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with his response. It's like the way it should be, I think, so.
he's not thinking straight. He's non-binary. Yeah, exactly. Lastly, I'm going to address Destiny. Just to be clear, I'm not friends with Destiny. I've spoken to him maybe 6 times. The reason why I responded to your tweet was not because I'm simping or because I feel like I need to defend him. I responded because you spread wild misinformation about him, and your recent replies make it seem like you did this on purpose. Dude, we know Courtney. She's active in our community. It's weird when you know this tweet is satirical to just blatantly push pedophile allegations. You didn't deserve an optics check. You deserve to be corrected. This conversation reinforces my opinion on that. Please disconnect the offensive, inflammatory parts of what I was saying and think about the info honestly as a person and not as a YouTuber. This will always be private. Yeah, you wish. Also, I don't know why you think this hatred for Destiny you have is some secret private offline take. Everyone knows you hate him. I am fully aware that you don't like him. I wasn't surprised you took a jab at him. I was surprised that you tried to smear him as a pedophile.
I guess I clearly am the only person who didn't know that Bowblax hated Destiny. I had no idea. I knew that like Destiny wasn't the biggest fan of Bowblax, but I didn't know Bowblax hated him, you know? It's crazy.
I don't give a flying who you like or dislike. I'm not out to get you. You just tweeted something stupid. Anyways, reread my first DM or take a break. If you come back down to earth, I'm down to be friends or something. Otherwise, I can't play along and keep this friendship going. I'm entirely incapable of being held at gunpoint and being told to apologize. I'm not going to be reading anything you write me for 48 hours, and I'm muting notifications. Regardless of if you take my advice or not, I will not be fighting with you. Ultimately, that did not go. We ended up keep talking a little bit more. Okay. I'll go offline. Sorry for freaking out on you, man. 725. At 728, Bowblax said, "I also 100% agree with the part that I put fire on." Yeah, you know what part he put fire on, chat? You want to lose your mind? Remember that shit he just posted? He wrote he 100% agrees with the part about the non-binary tweet and my stance on it that he just tweeted out. That was the reason he had to leak his gender. This guy literally hearted it and said, "I 100% agree with you." So he just lied to you all publicly. He just told a complete lie. Publicly, if you're wondering. I'll go offline for that time. Sorry for freaking out. 725. Also, I 100% agree with the part that I put a fire on. But yeah, I'll leave this be and move on now. Sorry. 728. Dude, I'm so sorry and embarrassed. I legit snapped. I had an unironic breakdown. I'm so embarrassed. I'm taking a week offline to recover. This is at 10:54, by the way. Still tweeting. And you don't need to apologize for anything. Don't worry about it, man. Get some rest. Glad you're doing better. You're a good friend, dude. Not looking to fight with you. So I thought, oh, dude, okay, he's okay. He snapped back to reality. Took him like 4 hours to figure it out. We're actually super okay. Thank you for understanding. I haven't snapped like that in over 6 years. I thought I was past it. I'm sorry you had to witness that and experience it. One last thing before I go AFK, because I'm getting unhinged mad at everything, but Alex Getmo is a retarded
Oh my god, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Snap back to reality. Whoops, there goes gravity. Yeah, there goes gravity. Yeah.
Anywho, these are Alex Getmo's DMs. The reason I kicked you from my private was because yesterday I was trying to stop my... Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Alright, I didn't see that was there. Did you leak that one, Alex? Did you leak that one? Oops. Jesus Christ. Did not see that was... I didn't know that was in there. He really leaked it 10 minutes before I would have messed that up. Dude, my career is in that
guy's hands. He is a lot of people, but he saved my balls tonight. You also have my permission to give Tom a light explanation if he gets curious about my weird response if it passively comes up in a convo you have with him. I'm still offline doing well. I'm gonna get tested for... Bro! How else do you read that? Please tell me how you read that. Please let me know. Please let me know.
Have a good one, Aura.
This guy bailed for like 5 minutes and he comes back in and he goes, I'm gonna get tested for BPD. If you don't want small updates or whatever, let me know. I know we're just coworkers. Might be a lot. Regardless, I'm getting help, bro. And again, sorry for my behavior. I'm also talking with friends and family. I'm not wallowing away in my home alone. I'm glancing at my phone to see the news, but I'm basically offline. Then I said, hang in there, dude. You got more friends when you get back. Thank you so much for understanding. I'm super sorry and embarrassed. I'll see you next week. You gotta fill me in on all the drama details. But he's not going anywhere. This is the 22nd, right? This is the 22nd. This is the 22nd. This is the 21st. The fight happens at the end of the 21st, okay? It's the next day. He goes, hey guys, I'm gonna go get BPD tested. Literally straight away. Literally. He just immediately goes to get a BPD test. Yeah, cool, sick, awesome. Yeah, he really tried on this one. Now he sends me the hospital screenshot. This is the one that everyone's seeing. That one is censored. So this was my day. I'm not officially diagnosed yet, but I'm 99% sure I have BPD. That explains my impulsive outbursts. I just handled it so well for so long that I thought it was normal. Normal to need to spend 3 hours a day offline to cool off. I got meds now. Thank you. So this is 2 days after the meltdown, by the way. Medicated. He's better now. And then he takes the I just handled it so well for so long message and goes, that part was debatable, but yeah. Hey dude, good Sorry, I had my hands tied all night. Good on you for getting everything in order and bettering yourself, or so he thought. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm hyped to get on these mood stabilizers. Maybe I won't be as good at doing male monkey moments anymore then. There's so much stuff I want to tell you. Mostly positive. And I probably won't be on for a week or two. But I want to have a fun Discord chat about gender, if you're open for that. I'll stay private and I won't bother you with it, but we'll have this theoretical call in a week or two. Also, I'm still he, him, Josh, and I like pussy and women! Dicks on girls are okay too, by the way. I'm not responding to any of these messages.
Okay.
Dude, he's still he, him, Josh from the hood, dude. Pussy and women. But I'll explain later in depth if you want. I'll stop messaging you now until next week. Actually, I'll say this one thing, because it's helpful for you in drama stuff. But gender euphoria is like a hard drug. And I understand why trans people go so crazy on it. It's a good thing, but it's too good. No excuse for Keffels or Chris Tyson. Jen told me some private stuff about her at VidCon. I don't know the updates. What the f does that mean, dude? What the f does that mean? Bro, what the f does that mean? Why is your number one example Chris Keffels and Chris? What the f
Terrible
is that,
examples.
He got pink-pilled. He literally got stealth. Like, what the f, dude? And it's not a fetish. If you want an idea, this freak is what I identify with the most. We don't need a big trans convo. Just you understanding. I sent wrong order because of internet. Okay. Sick? But yeah, bye for real this time. Have an amazing drama-filled week, dude. Tons of tea. Okay, last thing I promise. I'm making super secret vlogs for my therapy as bi-gender.
Don't tell him that. You shouldn't be telling him that.
Can I add you to the email list of friends who could see them if you'd like? Not that it's cool too. If not, that's cool too. No pressure. I'm recording the videos if they're public, even though there aren't. I'd be down to call whenever you feel like you're ready to hop into it. I'll check them out.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this freak. Wait, did I miss something? Just a second.
No pressure. Therapy as bi-filled week. I sent wrong order because of internet. An idea.
If you want an idea, this freak is who I identify with. Oh, that's true. That's actually really fun. Like, that actually is really wild. That he's like, this person, who is a freak, by the way, is who I identify with the most. Like, you call them a freak, but you identify with them the most. And you want people to respect it, but you call them a freak. Okay, well, anyways.
Yes. I'm making super secret vlogs for my therapy as bi-gender. Can I add you to the email list of friends who could see them if you'd like? Not that it's cool too. If not, that's cool too. No pressure. I'm recording the videos if they're public, even though they're...
If I were if I were aware of these messages, I would have told Bowblax, do not tell the boys about this, okay? Do not tell your boys about this, okay? Wait a bit. Wait, don't dump all this all at once, okay? If you want to send them the videos, that's fine. You have to do this little by little, okay? You need to let him digest some of the stuff, then wait a little bit, give him a little bit more to digest, then wait a little bit, then give him a little bit more to digest. That, you know, if you dump everything all at once, it's a lot for somebody to handle, you know? So
I'd be down to call whenever you feel like you're ready to hop into it. I'll check them out. What's your email? By the way.
Oh, he even said, sure, I'll check them out. Actually, that's so supportive of Nick, you know? That's actually pretty supportive and big W from Nick.
I have a support group of friends that are non-binary. Canada is awesome. I'll show you a pic of us. I'm a bit loopy and mentally unstable, but I'm better today. There's legit anger moments. No anger moments, though. Super happy. Anyways, I have a support system, and I'm doing well, and I'm only sharing because you were the victim of my outburst. You're a good friend, but I don't want this to touch the commentary community, no offense. I love you, man. You're a good friend. Even though you're not perfect, you try, and I appreciate you. Deorio. Hey, Nick, can you give me your email real quick so I don't have to check Twitter anymore? Dude, he never left. He just keeps DMing me. He just keeps sending to me. Actually, I changed my mind. My sister told me I should keep the list super tight right now. Good choice. Sorry, bro. Have a good week, man. Don't worry too much about me. Do your thing. It's deleted or I can't access it. That's a tweet. If it's the tipster video, I retweeted it. Also, I hate to ask this. You guys probably forgot this was coming. You probably forgot this was coming. There's been a lot of things happening here. You probably forgot this was coming. I hate to ask this, but I'm in a financial rut, and I'm really worried about missing mortgage payments due to me taking a break. By the way, the break is because he's got his new BPD diagnosis, chat, and he's exploring his bigender thing that he's announced publicly on Twitter today. That's why he needed me to pay his mortgage. You should make Twitter verses. Sorry to e-bag. I just needed to focus on my mental health now, and I can't tackle my finances at the moment. Also, push this, please. I'd like to borrow 2,000 Canadian dollars. It's like it's less than US money. I know it's a lot, but I'll pay you back. It's less than US money. Josh, respectfully, I'm not lending you any money, but I wish you good luck and stability with getting the rent due. Okay, thank you. I respect your decision. I'm not upset at you. It's just not well. I'm just not well at the moment. Dude, I'm not well at the moment. I'm not well at the moment. He's literally blaming it on that. Dude, he was going to Connor and telling him that he can literally use his BPD diagnosis to explain his previous outbursts. This guy is a manipulative liar, and he's selling you a bunch of, and he's gonna keep doing it. So yeah, everything's out there. Thanks for telling me about the tipster tweet. I respect you for saying no and not crossing that personal boundary with me. And he starts showing me his messages. I saw this in my messages saying I have less than $100 to survive. I was getting these texts and I got scared, but I just checked my business account and I got paid $3,000, so I'm good. And then he sent me like his credit card debt screenshot and like how much he has in the bank. Sends like full bank. I think like part of his policy number was in there that I censored out, so at least I got that. Sorry for worrying you. I'm good now. Also, I'm extending my break to August 1st. And keep putting good retweets in here so I don't have to check Twitter or optics checks. Keep up the great work. Own the spurgs. Not gonna lie, the hardest part is staying off Twitter. Jalen mode. Okay, random, but these meds cured my hatred for Tommy C! I forget.
So it's been like 2 days since he got the mood stabilizers, and they still take a while to set in. Hi, Wireless God, long time no see. Yeah, takes weeks and weeks to level out. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on here, but I mean, I'm glad he doesn't hate Tommy C anymore.
Completely. I see that Tommy C versus Keem is progressing. Are my tweets from yesterday optically sound?
Also, your doctor can't get another expert to review in under 1 fiscal week, too.
Discord call when you can. You can no longer send messages to this person. Can I just ask, now that everything's out there, what the did I do wrong? I think I just gave him good advice. How am I supposed to navigate this better? I was nice to him. As soon as I had time, I was nice to him the entire way through. I was pretty stern about how I wasn't going to make a ISIS beheading video apology. But I had to be. But I was nice to him the entire time. What the did I do wrong in that conversation? This guy sold me some bogus story about getting BPD and getting medicated and fixing himself, and he got on a live stream with me, and he couldn't even tell me what he was doing when he was off the computer. He didn't even lie and say he was playing Sonic the Hedgehog. He legitimately could not tell me what he was doing the entire time he was off on the internet. What the was he doing to better himself? Lie about having BPD? Admit to lying about having BPD? Is that what he was doing to better himself that whole time? Why the dude, I accepted this apology exclusively because I thought this guy was on new medications and some crazy was going down, and he's entering mood stabilizers and smooth sailing from here. I didn't sign up for no fake diagnosis off. And that shit's weird as too. That Chris Tyson was weird. I don't know why the would you bring up Chris Tyson. It's just yeah, that's the tea. That's the iceberg. It's the whole iceberg. This is the crazy person that we've had around for 2 months trying to figure out what the we were going to do with it, and then he went nuclear and just blew himself up. Are my tweets optically sound? Well, he's not an optics man himself. Some of this is just so absurd. This is 39 screenshots. I might send 10 messages in this, maybe 15 maximum. I don't understand. I do not get it. And he says this is how I thought about you for a year. A year? Year, bro? You could tell me this is mental
and that's not fixed in 2 days.
illness or something, but a year, bro? That doesn't come out of nowhere, bro. That don't come out of nowhere. Maybe he's mentally ill, sure. Maybe he's crazy, but he thinks this. He thinks this, and nobody's gonna argue with me about that. It's just nuclear. He goes public, chat, leaking my DMs, and then he admitted to me privately that he agrees with my position. Why the would you leak that when you know you agree with me, bro? What's wrong with you? What's going on in your head? Put the phone down, make Twitter verses, and shut the up, bro. It's that simple. Me, bro. There is no way this guy just keeps winning. Did you have this on your bingo card? He's so much more manly than me that he's been begging for my attention for days, liking my tweets, emailing me, trying to have a chat with me, kneeling before me when I gave him honest advice. Get off your knees, Bowblax. You're not my type. I'm not going to let you...
And this is the part, by the way, guys, Tipster and Bowblax were, actually, communicating. And this is the part that I was going to go over with you guys. Because there were a couple of last exchanges, and I think that, dude, Tipster wrecked it, he wrecked him,
Come crawling back and suck me off. Holy. This is the funniest truce ever. This is so unbelievably funny. Dude, that was another one, bro. I'm non-binary, bro. Have you seen my
Welcome
luscious
back,
locks?
Chris.
Oh, God. What does that even mean? Chat, one in the chat if that was a friendship-ending argument without a real good excuse. Just curious where you guys stand on it. Now that it's all out there in the open. One in the chat if you think that's a friendship-ending argument on a Tuesday without a real good excuse. Yeah. You can't even really call it an argument. He yelled at me. Carl Gordon, $5. Is he really going to go off on stupid when he backed out of the Augie stream? Jack Dittman, $5 Australian. The way he's going on about it, it's been building for a year. He just needed a way to make it hurt you more. Yeah, I know. That's why he pulled the gender to try to get the people going after me in that side of the internet. Oh, Nick's a transphobe. Yeah, okay, dude.
Does Deorio not consider that Bowblax might be hitting on him? That's a good question. M60. That's a fucking question. But wait, Bowblax said that he still likes girls and pussy and girls with dicks. So I don't think Nick is any of those things, so.
Sick. Cool. This is just crazy.
Did it happen again?
So, yeah,
Haunted Street? What are you talking about? What happened? What are you guys saying happened?
Around the 15th is when I thought he started getting weird. That's very consistent with what I was telling you. He refers to it as pulling a king of nothing, which I thought was funny because that's kind of a flex. It's not like Bowblax did bad research. That's got a pretty hefty implication to it there. I won't trauma dump, I promise. Is a sure sign something's coming. It's so weird that just this destiny thing has stuck to him for so long. It really it was the worst day of his life.
I'm non-binary was the big reveal here. This is just a crazy line of text. I'm non-binary. It's why I had long hair. Oh, yeah, no, that makes perfect. No, I get it. I get that. Okay, nice. This is the funniest message he sent. I'm not retarded. I know psychologic. I studied it. I know trans people are mentally ill. This is one of the craziest quotes ever. Dude, I'm not retarded, bro. So he says that he doesn't like having gender dysphoria. It's not a fun condition to have. This is the 21st. This is occurring on the 21st. And then you go over here, right? And he starts talking about like gender euphoria is like a hard drug. 2 days later, it goes from I hate this, it's like horrible, I don't want this, to like gender euphoria is a hard drug. And I understand why trans people go crazy on it.
Are you talking about my
it's
chair?
It's a good thing, but it's too good. No excuse for Keffels, the pink pilling minors and supporting pink pilling minors and scamming people. And Chris Tyson, weird predatory allegations. What the does that mean? Like, what the is he? Yeah, it sounds like some AGP, but it can't be. He said it's not a fetish. Holy mother of God, bro. And then this part, every drama.
Man, the Among Us thing is actually so funny. Akanoy says something keeps moving behind you. Anyone else seeing it? I think you're just talking about my chair, bro. My chair is moving, you know?
Drama has to have some retarded angle to it. And this one is like, it's Among Us. You can't even play Among Us with me on Discord. In hindsight, I should have just blocked him. It would have saved
You can't play Among Us with... Just trying to get into spooky season, but it's not worth... Look, it actually did alarm me for a little bit, but please don't do that to me, okay? So
everybody a lot of time when he wrote, it's Among Us. You won't even play one game of Among Us. Holy dude. So this is what I put in the video. So you guys saw that second at the end of the video, right? Where it was like this is that whole section. People were like, wow, those are all the messages, right? I go, yeah, those are all of them. Those 3 screenshots must be all of the messages. That was not the thing either. There's the consent to release it. If you're wondering, this is release consent, I guess. This was a real reaction. I was in the middle of putting together my refrigerator when all this happened. It's just so crazy. And then he just realized, like, at some point something snaps in his head and he's just like, just say sorry and I won't even think about it. Like, I'll just forgive you. It was the only way I thought I could get this info out. By what? Threatening me? By telling me to like film an ISIS beheading video while I'm like tied to a chair?
Jesus Christ.
What is wrong with you? You're always doing random shit when stuff like this happens, dude. How can I say something? I'm not the guy that you call at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're having bad thoughts. Okay? I'm not good at shit like that. There are a lot of things I'm good at. I am not an emotional support animal. Okay? I'm not good at this. I've never been, my whole life, I've never been good at it. Okay? I apologize if I can't support somebody like that, but me, dude. That's
a very boy thing. But it's kind of true. Like, I don't want to be that for any of my viewers or, you know, whatever. I'm not the best at it either. Yeah. Anyways.
There had to be somebody better to write during that point. There had to be somebody who's like, but again, like, he didn't want me to console him. He wanted to yell at me. This wasn't like, oh, I'm feeling sad. This was like, oh, I'm telling you everything I've ever thought about you for a real long time. And he's just firing off shot after shot after shot at me. Half the not even spelled right. Okay? This wasn't like a, hey, I need your help, Nick moment. This was very much like this was an attack, right? He refers to me as a victim later. I wouldn't go to say I'm a victim of anything except laughing at schizophrenics. But like, there's not really much anyone can do here. Dude, I'm so sorry and embarrassed. He's sorry, dude. He's embarrassed. Would hate to see the next message is that. Oh my God. Are we satisfied now? Did we get it all out? Do you guys get what happened? He's sorry, guys. All's forgiven. Off. Any questions, chat? Feel free to at me. I'll do one round of Q&A before I dip because this is a short stream. Bro picked the worst dialogue choice every time. I'm edging and stuck, Nick. You should have blocked him, brother. Probably. Going to the casino after this. Yeah, I'll put it all on black. Holy shit. Will you block him to earn Swift? He has me blocked. I can't even see his messages.
How will this impact Tipster's legacy? He's up winning like crazy. It's nuts. Where's the money, Deorio? I'm not giving shit to anybody for that. Have you touched grass after reading this all again? I'm gonna go in my backyard and massage a leaf or something after this. Oh God, has he always been this clingy and needy? No, and what I've been saying this whole drama, and what people have been arguing me about, is they're like, no, Nick, he's always been like this. Look at the Boo Boss stream. And to that I say, no, he wasn't. He was not like this. Something different happened, and I don't know what it was. I don't know what's going on. I believe BPD because it was the easiest answer aside like a drug problem, but he was not like this. That's not true. Did you know sacrificing Bowblax would revive Augie and redeem Tipster? I did not. No, this is way worse. Yeah. Jesus. Do you think he called you a victim because he thought he managed to somehow dominate you? I have no idea. Do you think he might have a stroke or a head injury? Maybe he stroked out. Yeah, that could be it. Was the catalyst to all this going public really the non-binary tweet and Tom replying? Yeah, and he really wants you to think it's me being mad about King of Nothing, and it just wasn't. He lied to you. Just like he lied to you just now about the non-binary thing and not wanting to come out. Truth is, he really did. He really did want to come out and talk about it. You know what he really wanted to come out about? He was going to Connor saying like, should I do a live stream to announce that I'm BPD? He was thinking of all the ways he could come forward to tell everybody about his brand new diagnosis. No, he wanted that. He wanted that so bad, bro. He wanted to be a victim. It's the truth. You and Augie wrangled him too much when you both weren't there. He spiraled. Yeah. It could be a new mood stabilizer. Well, he wasn't on the mood stabilizer when he started freaking out. And he said even crazier after he was on it. And he never got better. He's exactly the same. He's nuts. At what point does it just stop being mental illness and just be Bowblax is a bad person? I think that's what we're dealing with here. If you're drunk and you rape somebody, oh, he's not in control of his own actions or something like that. No, they just call him a rapist. If you have a mental health episode at the expense of your friends and burn all the bridges, I'm not going to go, oh, that's BPD's fault. That's your fault. You know what the factor that decides that is? That he's not doing to make anything better. He's done nothing.
See, I'm like a little bit conflicted on this. I do agree. Like, okay, the effect, okay, let's say somebody like is truly detached from reality, right? And they do something crazy that traumatizes their friends, right? The effect is still there on your friends, whether that was you or not, right? Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was something else inside you. But the effect that that has on your friends is still the same. And you probably still have to make amends the same way, right? So... yeah, like I might know now that that wasn't you, but I'm still like a little bit traumatized from that. I'm still a little bit like, yo, what the like, and yeah, the way that you fix that is still going to be the same, whether that was you acting or if that was your mental illness acting, you know?
Fix his current situation. He's hoping we thought that, so we'd let him get away with it. So that's the line. If you want to say, oh, he's crazy, oh, he's this, he's that. It's been 2 months, dude. He's not a day better. And he couldn't even list the things he was doing in his spare time to change it up a little bit while he was on break. Give me a break, dude. That's the reality of the situation. Accountability is a foreign concept. No, he's just trying to stack cards so he could just like, oh no, it's that. Oh no, it's that. Oh no, it's that. Oh no, it's you. It's you. He was like this internally. Remember the whole mask thing? This is what the mask was covering. Jesus. Do you think this is self-sabotage? Him provoking the giant leak? Maybe he just wanted it all out there. I don't know. If he was self-sabotage, he would have stayed on the After Hours stream. Oh, I definitely met someone like this who tried apologizing to me after they threatened me and said how no one would love me. And then, shit. Maybe it is BPD. Autism, bipolar, psychosis can look a lot like BPD. Well, to my knowledge, he's not bipolar. He's been very clear about that, so. I get over-explaining. I do this too. This is why you just don't say everything, though. Yeah. Does the "we're just online coworkers" comment have any validity, or do you trying to use? So I think when we argued one time, I said like I view my YouTube friends as like, I view like some of you guys as like coworkers. I don't know where the coworker thing came from explicitly, but it's definitely like an old message that we had an argument with like 3 years ago, if I had to guess. There's a lot of like parasocial shit. Nobody really knows how close everybody is behind the scenes. I could just keep scrolling up on the DMs. We don't talk a shit on Twitter. How does someone genuinely implode like this with such a small spark to start it off? They pick a fight they're never gonna win. For no reason. For no reason, dude. Anywho, I think that's enough. I think that has been the Bowblax stream. I think that's it. Have you guys ever seen a Freudian
Honestly, I do hope that Bowblax gets his stuff together and is able to get back to the content grind. He's gonna probably have to deal with, you know, the blowback from this for a bit, but hopefully he can get his shit together and get back on the content grind and, you know, do his thing. So, I mean, despite all this, I do wish him the best. I hope he gets better. So, but yeah, I do not blame Nick for, for being like, yo, what the like, what is going on, you know? So, yeah, because I would also think the same thing. Okay,